Gemini.
Hello Gemini, this is your astrological forecast for that of May 2016, and this month holds a blue moon. You've probably heard the term, and what is the definition? Well, whenever we have two full moons in one calendar month, it is typically called a blue moon. Why? Because it happens so seldomly. But what it does do, it just gives us a month with a whole lot more emotions, and so we're going to get that. That full moon here this month, 21st of May, 1 degree in Sagittarius, which brings it to your 7th house of love and romance. So you can come to see that your emotions this month now will be flooded here between you and your partner, not only because the full moon is there, but we have both Mars and Saturn there. So it's going to bring your attention, since Mars is your drive, it's your passion, it's your goals. Saturn is there, has been there for a while, now being retrograde. It is going to bring to the table, I feel, some, I can't say negotiation, but it could be a feeling of you guys going really deep into what it is you want, looking at what you have, and where are we going from here? New goals. That's Sagittarius, always wanting to illuminate what is on that far horizon, right? And having the full moon there on the 21st, well, that should definitely show you the path, all right? So great time for it also to receive something that you've worked for in this area. Since we're on the subject about moons, let's talk about that new moon, which this month for you will be in your 12th house, subconscious house, or your inner self, spirituality. The new moon here is going to be on the 6th of May, and it's time to put down your intentions. Those intentions should be 12th house related topics, meaning your inner emotions, your inner higher intuitive communication with yourself, your spirituality or need to pull back and retreat. The 12th house is always the area where we retreat to recharge our batteries after we've been out and about throughout the whole chart, using all that energy. And not only is the new moon there in the 12th this month, but you have the Sun, Mercury, that new moon, and also here Venus. So you're going to feel a need from the get-go of May to pull back, recharge. It's time to listen to beautiful music of relaxation, meditation, go to a spa, those things, so that you can be fit and ready to fight from next month onwards, right? But don't forget to write your abundance check. You can always find it on my site. But that is for you now, so that you can be attracting those things that you want at the end of the month, right? Or till that next new moon. Having the Sun and Venus here, it's in the sign of Taurus. Taurus wants what it wants. We know how Taurian people are always good about expressing their love, their needs, money-wise as well. They're very good with money. You might find yourself contemplating these things here this month, especially because Venus is there, which rules both money and love. And so having Mercury retrograde, you might find yourself reflecting upon the past. Did any opportunities pass you by? If so, would it behoove you to go back and retry it or retweak it? You might hear from people from your past that you might have had some unfinished business with. 12th house is also the karmic house, so you might just see how people, acquaintances might come out of the woodwork for you, want to reconnect, because they're having their Mercury retrograde too. Not necessarily in the 12th house unless they are Gemini like you, but you will come to see how this is going to play in with everything. Mars though, 7th house, relationships, Mars now retrograde. You know, so we're talking about karmic issues. So you could come to see that even with your significant other, there might be situations that will want to come back up to the surface. This allows you to work this, Gemini. So see it as a blessing, because it will allow you to find the closure that you need. And we can't really be wholesome and move into our futures with an open heart when there's things that are laying there nagging in the back of your mind. So this is a fantastic time for you to actually go in and see it beautiful. See it how you'd like to see your relationship in the future, say months from now, or how do you want it to appear to you 2 or 3 or 5 years. See your future here, then discuss it. Be open, share your heart. This is the best time of a 2-year period where Mars is going to help you take the leap of faith and strength to express. At other times, Mars is busy over in other areas of your life, but right now it's your relationship. And so you're going to get a taste and a feel of this and how it works with Mars. But since it's retrograde, it is going to go back into your 6th house where it's been here in February, March, or should I say March, April. It's going to go back to refix those things, and then it will come back into your 7th house. So you're going to have a long, extended stay in your 7th house to work your relationships and get it karmically set straight and right, especially because when time is right, it's going to be meeting up there with Saturn, which is not quite yet. It's going to go back into that 6th house first, but that's when you're going to have mission accomplished. Okay, so that's a month or 2 ahead from now. Jupiter in your 4th house, home, family, and so forth. All of this, now you've been expanding your foundation at home, your residence, maybe beautifying it. Jupiter is here on a 12-year journey right now, 12 years to next time, and it's been retrograding since end of January. So on the 9th or 10th, depending on where you live, Gemini, Jupiter is going to go direct again. So now you're going to see how things are going to be picking up. You might have been working on projects at home, completing certain things. Now you're going to see how things are going to start taking off, and good for you. You're going to love this here, and especially when later this summer it's going to move into your 5th house of love and romance, creativity, self-expression, having fun, vacationing more. That is later, and you're going to have that for a full year. But as we start off the month, listen, the first 2 weeks are fabulous, okay? We have the Sun starting off on the 1st with Neptune. Neptune's your hopes and dreams. It's the higher octave of Venus. And so you're going to start off with feeling that things are possible. Everything is possible when we have this greater illusion of Neptune, right? So keep that there. It's going to be powered up by the Sun on the 3rd and the 7th. On the 3rd, you will have a trine with Jupiter, which is the great gift giver, right? Which is abundance and joy and happiness. On the 3rd, what a great day to sign a contract, or to even, I'd like to say, feel new opportunities may be knocking on the door. On the 7th, well, here we have new beginnings again. This time Pluto. Pluto represents transformation and power. You're going to feel extremely empowered with what's taking place, has taken place just here this first week of May. On the 9th, we have a beautiful date night. This is Venus and Neptune. Neptune is the higher octave, like I said, of Venus, so it's utter romantic. It's really set for candlelight dinner. For those of you not in a relationship, well, hey, do not sit at home this first week or 2 of May, because there's definitely a lot of attraction now within you that's coming out. You're radiating. Venus and Neptune, Neptune being in your 10th house, some of you, Gemini, might also get an offer here coming from work. So if you have an interview, it's a great time for you to relate and communicate what your vision is within this company. So don't hold back. Definitely share your sense of self-worth. On the 10th, Venus again here now with Jupiter in a trine. So Jupiter is going to expand your sense of self-worth, love and romance, but also maybe even your wallet. So this is a great money day on May 10th. On the 12th, more good news, this time from Mercury, which is the messenger, coming from Pluto with a pivotal point of transformation. Now that Pluto for you is in the 8th house, so this could be a payout, some residuals, it could be anything from your bank, it could be tax payoffs or investment payoffs, royalties, commissions, that kind of thing. Beautiful day for you, and I think it's going to surprise you as well. Even for those of you who might not be expecting anything, there could be a surprise element since Jupiter is in the picture, right? Just here a day or two prior. On the 13th, Mercury, the messenger again, is going to communicate something to you from Venus, which is also romance or money. So you could see the theme of these two first weeks this month. It's romance, it's money, right? And negotiations and new beginnings and so forth. Here this day you're going to communicate well. You're speaking from your heart chakra, which is what you always should do. You know, speak your highest truth in order to get passionately ahead in your life. Holding back, doing games and trying to figure things out mentally when it comes to your emotions. Strategy will always delay things and you can trip yourself up. So, but this is where you're going to feel that you're speaking from your heart, which goes straight to the core of whoever is listening on the other end of it. Not only do you have great communication skills on the 13th, but Venus and Pluto are coming in to a trine. So here we have, again, the heart opening up here with Pluto, which can transform something powerfully to you. Now, if Mars, which I like to say is dynamite, Pluto is nuclear. So we have the nuclear heart opening up passionately. Whoever's getting married first 2 months, no, 2 weeks of Gemini will have a wonderful time, wedding, get together, celebration, honeymoon, whatnot. But your Venus here is in the 12th house, your Pluto in the 8th house. That's water houses, the psychic houses. So you're extremely connected to your partner right now telepathically, and you will feel that. You can feel that too. Then which month goes by without a small challenge, a hiccup or two? Well, this month will have it too, but it is going to pass. It will only take a couple of days. But when we look at the 22nd Gemini, the Sun is going to oppose Mars. You're going to want to do one thing, Mars is asking of you to go do something else, right? So it's going to feel like an obligation or a chore. I think maybe because you've just been cruising this incredible, beautiful way. First half of the month, you're not really feeling like you're wanting to work. And then on the 24th, Venus is going to come and ask of you the very same thing. And so Venus and Mars are going to be opposing each other. And so this might even be you and your partner pulling in different directions, or it could just be work energy, the force of Mars, goals and directions and so forth. So you're just going to have to balance it the best you can. I think you've recharged, a whole lot of energy, so you should be good. But then the major decision here is on the 26th, Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter wants to expand, and Saturn typically restricts because it's cautious, it's a little slower, it wants to make sure of things, where Jupiter is just so happy-go-lucky, it'll jump at any opportunity. So here we have a little bit of opposing forces where Saturn's going to try to slow you down from jumping off that deep end. And if it has to do with any contracts or something that you need to sign, I'd say hold off, at least to the end of the month, when Mercury, which is your mind, your linear mind, communication, messages, documents, will trine up with Pluto. That's more bringing clarity and something of finality into being. So you'll be more secure, I feel, to do so. And then, of course, Mercury now has turned direct again here on the 22nd. So even though you're still in the shadow, you should be good. You should be okay to sign. But throughout all of this glory, the first half, the first 3 weeks of the month, recall though, even though everything's nice, Mercury's still retrograde. So just keep that in the back of your mind. But I'm feeling that you're just going to be showered with so much joy. So what a great month. So listen, here at Gemini, don't forget to write your abundance check to yourself on the 6th with that new moon. I will see you next month, but you're probably going to want to listen to what the tarot, what the cards are going to give you for this month, in addition to what the planets are saying.